Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to review inequalities. Now you'll notice you have to solve for the variable in all these inequalities. From yesterday, that does not change. We still will begin by, well, at this point we're going to rewrite what our equation is. 105, instead of an equal sign, less than or equal to, 3, in the parentheses, 5n plus 5. Now I'm going to pretend just like yesterday, and I have to get n by itself. I'm going to pretend like this inequality is an equal sign and draw my line there. And I see parentheses on the right side, so I'm going to draw my arrows so I remember I'm going to multiply there. Only thing on this side is 105, so that gets brought down. 3 times 5n is 15n. 3 times 5 is 15. Circling what I'm solving for, how do I get rid of the 15? Since it's on the outside, you subtract it. 105 minus 15 is 90. My sign is still the same. Less than or equal to 15n. Circle what you're solving for. How do I get rid of the 15? Divide it. So n less than or greater than or equal to 90 divided by 15, 6. Now, if this right here would have been negative, that is when this sign flips. You will notice it is not negative, so I remained the same sign the entire way down. Now you'll notice our letter is on the opposite side of what we want it to be on. So when I read this, I'm going to start reading from the letter over. So n, the alligator's eating the n, so that is a greater than or equal to 6. So I'm going to go to 6 and I'm going to put my circle. It's a filled in circle because it's got that little or equal to line underneath the alligator symbol. Now from here, greater than, where are my bigger numbers? Are they back here with 0, 1, 2, 3, or are they up here with 7, 8? They're up here with 7, 8, so my line goes this way. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 begins the exact same way as number 1. Where I have to draw my line and then distribute. So I have 88 is greater than negative 56, because negative 8 times 7 is negative 56. A negative 8 times 3 is a negative 24x. Then I need to start by isolating the variable. So I'm going to circle what I'm solving for. How do I move the negative 56? I got to add it to both sides. 88 and 156, or 88 and 56 make 144. My sign has not changed because I did not multiply or divide by a negative, and it's going to equal negative 24x. Now right away we can tell our x term is negative. See that little guy right there? Which means I'm going to have to divide now by a negative 24. Divide by negative 24. That division is going to make this sign right here flip. So I'm no longer eating the 144, I'm going to be eating the x. And 144 divided by 24 or negative 24 is a negative 6. See how that worked? So once again, I begin reading by where the x is. I have x is greater than or greater than negative 6. So I come over here to my negative 6 and I put my circle. You'll notice it's an open circle because there's no or equal to line underneath the greater than symbol. Now I need to find the bigger numbers. Are they all the way down here with negative 7, negative 8? Or are they up here with 0, 1, 2? Well, they're going to be up here with 0, 1, 2 because 0, 1, and 2 are bigger numbers than a negative number. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 kicks it up a step. I got negative 8 times the quantity 1 plus 2x minus 2 is less than 102. So again, I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to start at my parentheses. Negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Negative 8 times 2 is a negative 16x. And then I have my minus 2 here is less than 102. If I look on my right-hand side, so I'm just looking here, there are things I can combine without having to do any of the opposite. I have this negative 8 here, and I have this negative 2 here. Neither one of them have an x attached to them, so I can smush them together. Negative 8 minus 2 is a negative 10. I can't do anything with the negative 16x, so I just have to write it down. Is less than 102. I'm going to circle what I'm solving for. How do I get rid of the minus 10? I have to add 10 to both sides. So I end up with negative 16x is less than 112. Go right back, circle what I'm solving for. How do I get rid of the negative 16? Divide it by negative 16, divide by negative 16. So I have x. And remember, I divided by a negative, so this little guy, he's going to flip. He's no longer less than. He becomes greater than negative 7. So I come over to my line. Negative 7. Where is that going to be located on my line? Because I don't see it on my line. I could start at 0 and count negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and keep going until I get to negative 7. Or I could realize that it's going to be located in between negative 6 and negative 8 right here at this little line. So I'm going to start my circle. It's an open circle because it's not or equal to, and it's going to be greater than. So which is greater than? Negative 10 or 0? Well, 0 is going to be bigger than any negative, so it has to go this way. We're going to do one more and then turn you loose. I hope this is coming back to you guys. I have 4 times the quantity of 3 minus 8x is greater than or equal to 172. Draw your line. Start with distributive, so 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times negative 8x is negative 32x, greater than or equal to 172. Circle what you're solving for. How do you get rid of the 12? That's right. You are going to subtract it. So I have negative 32x greater than or equal to negative 172 minus 12 is a positive 160. Circling what I'm solving for, and because that term is negative, and I'm dividing by a negative 32, my sign has to flip, so I'm no longer greater than, I become less than or equal to, and 160 divided by negative 32 is a negative 5. Come over to my number line, find negative 5. Since it's less than or equal to, it gets a filled in circle, and less than numbers for negative means they're going to go this way towards my bigger negative numbers. If you have any questions, please come see me.